doing? Nils is in here. Everyone else took the day off or what? But yeah, we'll go into it real quick here. Let's do a quick post market. You guys seen everything? I mean, everything was called out live in the chat anyways. So over a couple things. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? So basically, SPY took out the 2020 lows today, 2022 lows. We went down to 405.02, which has not been seen since. Wait, what is this? What is going on here? We have not seen 405 on SPY since May 19th of 2021. So it's been almost a year. What's up, Bucky? Bucky, how you doing? We went down. We reversed hard at the end of the day there. You guys seen live what happens when Vanna and Charm coming. And basically, we lost the lows. We recovered the lows. That's called a red dog reversal or an RDR. There's some famous trader called Scott Redler. He created the term when you lose a low and recover it and close above it. That's called a red dog reversal. It usually indicates at least a 1-2 day bounce. And that's what I'm watching for now. So basically what they have to do is a lot of people have puts on because of the FOMC on Wednesday. They have to burn all those puts and then we get the real move after the FOMC. That's why we're being patient today. That's why we should be patient tomorrow as well. I waited all day for this Vanna rally. We got it at the end of the day. It just lined up perfectly. We took Tesla. If you guys took SPY off that call, we entered right here, guys. So we entered right here at about 305-ish. And right after you guys seen the result, just straight up, the Tesla calls went over 100%. If you took SPX calls, they probably went 400, 500%. That's another thing. If you guys want to play SPX when I called that, that's completely fine. If I'm bullish on Tesla, SPY has to go up. It's not like Tesla's going to go up by itself. The reason I chose Tesla is because of all the news that was surrounding Elon Musk and stopping selling his shares. So I figured Tesla would have ripped the most. It did go nice. But I mean, the calls that we took were a little farther out, so it took a little bit more time. That's why they only went 100%, whereas SPX, QQQ, IWM, they all went over 400, 300, 400%. Other than that, next time we get a Vanna rally, we know what to do. We'll take Tesla and SPY instead of just Tesla. What's up, Tonka? How you doing, bro? And yeah, we got the rally that we wanted. Now, where do we open tomorrow? This does not mean I'm bullish. This does not mean the downtrend's done. This does not mean anything. These are simply flows that are related to options and derivatives. Vanna has a second derivative options. An option second derivative, if you read into it, you're going to get more confused. If you read into it some more, you're going to get more confused. And if you read into it a lot, then you might understand a little bit about it. So I gave you guys the link in the premium chat. Make sure you guys read up on it if you want to understand what's behind the Vanna, what's behind this huge rally at the end of the day, or what's behind even these morning rallies. These are all flows, guys. These are all Vanna and Charm, end of day and opening. So basically, what's up, G Money? How you doing? Made a lot of money today. I'm sure I'll get a screenshot in the DMs of your profits today. I'm excited for it. Other than that, yeah, we'll go into the 4-hour on SPY as well. Bucky here. RSI wasn't really oversold. That's why I wasn't too excited about an all-day bounce. Like back here when the 4-hour was oversold, I was excited about a bounce. Look at the candle we got on the next 4-hour bar. Plus $9 almost. So if this RSI gets buried again under 30, I will be very, very excited about another oversold bounce. You guys can just go back in history. 4 hours RSI on SPY, anytime it gets oversold. I've explained this to you before. Gets way oversold and then just massive bounces happen. And they're just dead cat bounces. It doesn't mean the trend is changing. Doesn't mean anything. Look at the RSI buried here. Look at the bounce we got. Huge bounce. $14 plus. $14 plus on this bounce on the 4-hour, and $14 bounce on SPY is huge. What's up, Second Andrew? How you guys doing? And right now the RSI is not buried. If we do take another dip into FOMC, I will be very, very excited about going long, because the RSI on the 4-hour, if it gets oversold before the FOMC, I'll probably put my whole portfolio into long calls. Other than that, right now it's just kind of no man's land, guys. It's just the same thing. Like we dump, we bounce a little bit to cool off the RSI, we dump more, we bounce a little bit to cool off the RSI, we dump more, we bounce a little. It's the same pattern over and over, and the only thing that's consistent is that we're going down. So we have highs, dump, bounce, dump, bounce, dump, bounce, dump. So do we get another ripper like we did in March? It's definitely possible, especially if Powell says some dovish stuff on Wednesday, or if he's not as hawkish as he was before. But right now, I'm just playing the downtrend. I'm waiting for bounces to short. I will probably catch a lot of these bounces because I do understand the technicals a little bit, as you guys know. So if you are waiting for bounces, like I know a couple of our members today, even like Dhruv, he was right on his Apple calls, but he was way early. And I told him he was early. I told him, wait, wait, wait. And he kept trying and kept trying. I know you guys want to prove me wrong or whatever. Like you want to be right. And I just say probabilities, guys. So I've been trading a long time. I've seen all these plays. I've seen all this play out kind of stuff. And if I give you advice, it's not to make you feel like you're wrong. It's to try to save you some money. I want you guys to make money, you know? So at SPY right now, as it is right now, I'm not comfortable going super long just because the RSI is not buried on the 4 hour. If the RSI was under 30, I would have taken Boogie's SPX calls as well. I'm pretty positive they should work. We should gap up tomorrow, especially with the RSI down here and the stochastics buried down here. But if it was an A plus setup, then I would hold calls overnight. It's not, so I won't hold calls overnight. I do have free runners on Tesla. If that works out, I'll make a pretty penny in the morning. If it doesn't work out, my position is completely free. They can go to zero and I still made money on the trade. So that's just how I'm comfortable with right now, especially in a bear market. I'm not going to get greedy with calls or anything like that. I'll take my calls when they come like I did at the end of the day. I'll get them free and I'll hold only free runners overnight as far as calls goes. In puts, I'm very comfortable. I sleep very well in puts. QQQ, massive ripper as well. If you caught these calls at the end of the day, they probably went nuts as well. So that's the only thing. Next time Vanna comes, we have to take 2 or 3 positions instead of just one. You might want to take some SPX calls. You might want to take some IWM calls. You might want to take some Tesla calls, Amazon calls. Who knows which one's going to rip the most? Who knows which contract's going to rip the most? You just have to kind of take your shot. And most of the time, like Bookie pointed out, actually, SPX rips the most. So next time, maybe we'll take some SPX calls. Other than that, my broker does give me issues with SPX and SPY. That's why I don't really like playing them. See, Tesla's expiry is on Friday. SPX would have been same day. And there's been a few times where my interactive brokers has sold my SPX calls without my permission, like just because it's close to the end of the day. So that's another reason why I like taking the Teslas or the Amazons or the individual stocks for Friday. Because sometimes I don't know what it is. I've called them about it. And it even happened once after. So I'd rather take Fridays. It's safer. It's easier. I called out the whole play. It was so obvious to me. I was watching Tesla all day. So that's why another reason why I took Tesla. Other than that, you can absolutely take SPX calls. They'll probably go 300, 400%, whereas Tesla only went 110%. IWM, a huge rip as well. Everything got that huge rip at the end of the day. Does that change anything on the daily chart to you guys? I don't really see anything changed on the IWM chart. We have a massive bear flag breakdown. 1-2 green days will happen always. In a downtrend, they'll always happen. Stocks aren't going to go straight down. This is about as straight down as you can get on a stock, on an index especially. IWM straight from 205 all the way down to 182. So we lost about 25, almost 25 points on IWM in a straight line in about 2 weeks. So there will be bounces. Bounces will get crazy. People will get sucked back into being bulls on these bounces. That's when they destroy you. When everyone is bearish, the boat always goes the other way. So just keep an eye out. Make sure you're looking at weekly charts. Weekly charts are showing a clear downtrend. The daily and the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 15 minute, they'll trick you, but the weekly and the monthly, they don't lie. So they're not lying about any of this. Other than that, VIX is basing higher. We did hit a top here today at 36.64. Do we go higher? I think we do. As I said yesterday in the chat, I said VIX probably goes into the 40s this week, and I will stand by that. If we rip into FOMC and Powell is still hawkish or super hawkish or more hawkish, market's going to get absolutely destroyed. I don't care how many people have puts. If Powell is hawkish on Wednesday or even more hawkish than he's been, the market's going to get destroyed. VIX will go in the 40s. And I do expect them to be hawkish. Just my personal guess. Tesla play. So why did I say I front ran it? The reason I said I front ran it was because technically for an A plus setup on this Tesla, I was watching SPY and Tesla at the same time, guys. So I always watch the index with my ticker that I'm about to play. And technically, I should have waited for SPY to close this 10-minute candle above this little white line here, which would mean it's breaking the downtrend. This is a 10-minute chart. It broke through it with about 5 minutes left on the candle, so I should have waited the 5 minutes. If I waited the 5 minutes, those Tesla calls would have been already $2.20, $2.30. I jumped in at 185, and the reason being this bounce looked a little different to me. All day we've been bouncing in the cloud and rejecting, bouncing in the cloud, rejecting, bouncing in the cloud, rejecting. Finally, we went over it. I seen QQQ was already over the cloud. So I'm watching like 4 or 5 different charts at the same time, guys. QQQ was already over and well over the cloud at the same time. SPY did not close that candle. So I'm watching QQQ absolutely rip through the cloud. I'm waiting for SPY. I'm like, yo, this is going to go. I'm just going to jump in. So I jumped in the Tesla $1,000 call at 185. It was above the cloud, which is good. The thing was, the 10-minute candles haven't closed yet, so my trade wasn't confirmed. That's why I said in my call out, I'm front running it. So I front ran at 185, and you guys know the result. It went straight up in a line. They went over 100%. And basically, that was my trade for Tesla. I told you guys it's going to at least 892. Why did I say 892? That was my level from the morning. Very clear. We went up there, we struggled with it for about 20 minutes, almost 25, almost 30 minutes we struggled with 892, finally got over it, closed above it. Everything on Tesla is bullish for tomorrow. Just for tomorrow, not for longer term. DFS puts I did call out this morning about here. We did dump, we did take out low of day, and then Vanna kicked in. Vanna takes everything with it. These are for May 20th, guys. So even if we rally tomorrow, if we dump on Wednesday or Thursday, these are still going to go 100%. I'm not worried about these at all. HD, I have May 20th. I took off some puts today. Why did I take them off? I still love the chart. I love everything. But again, I was expecting a little rally this week. I took off a lot of them, locked in some profits just to cover my ass, just in case the rally goes farther than I think. And this chart is still set up for absolute destruction. If HD takes out 300 and 293, which is the bottom support, this is a long support all the way from August 20th. If it takes it out, there's no real support. This whole run up was all, look at this. This is like a Vanna rally on the daily chart on HD. So when it does break through 293, there's a lot of room down. And these puts may even get in the money. Yeah, Bucky, that's what I'm here for, bro. I'm just teaching you guys. I hope you guys had a great day. I made my whole day with that Tesla play. I loaded it. And other than that, let's see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow, if we get another ripper, FOMC might be a very fun day. We might take puts for 1,000% that day. So just remember my words, what I said today.